Miniature Landscape Hobbies is proudly supported by these sponsors. Hi, Joe from Miniature Landscape Hobbies here, and am I ever excited about this one? This is so cool. The new Alliance battle group for Armoured Clash, and their aircraft, the Malinois Interdictor. Now, I'm sure this is full of lots of different accents and name pronunciations, so you'll have to forgive my terminology. It will definitely be wrong.
I think what you are hearing is my accent. I am French.
If you're not familiar with Armoured Clash, this is a really great 10mm diesel punk or steampunk miniature game that's set in a dystopian future, and you get to play one of the great powers, or maybe even some mad scientists fighting for domination of basically most of the world. Anyways, this is the Alliance faction set, which is, I think, the second last of the main factions. They just need to do the Sultanate next, which is basically the Ottoman Empire. But this is the Alliance, and this is a very big and extremely variable in nature kind of army, because it collects forces from all over Europe, from France, Italy, Spain, Portugal's in it, and they even have some forces from South America, which strangely enough, but also very interestingly in the lore, is where the communists come into it. Anyways, let's take a closer look at this. Great box. Lots in this box. I think it's roughly 2,000 points, which is considered their large cataclysmic game. And we have some bonus buildings, and of course a really cool land ship with a huge heat lance on it, drop pods, tons of infantry of many different sizes, some minor aerial, like small dirigibles with troops in it, some artillery pieces. So there's a lot of really cool stuff in here, as well as all of the rules and even the dice and the measuring tools for playing the game. So this is a really nice package from Warcradle. It lets you jump into the game with this faction all at once. All, of course, you need to do is paint and get ready. This comes in the traditional sleeve top that they usually do with Warcradle. And inside it is just exploding with models. So what do we have? Well, we have an information card about the game. This has been, this comes in all their sets. I already play all their games. Let's get that out of the way. The rule book, and the rules for Armoured Clash are very concise. Most of this book is actually lore. So the actual rules are only like 40 pages long, and they're very good rules. They use really unique dice interaction. A map of the world from the era. We won't get into that right now. Your tokens and templates for running the game, and yes, I think that looks like a face. It's kind of neat. This comes in basically almost all of their sets, so that you get your own objectives and tokens whenever you play the game. Bases upon bases. Lots of bases because there is an absolute ton of troops in this set. And aerial bases for flying models. The dice. Command and control cards. There's a really unique way that the cards interact with the game that's used to decide everything from initiative to play extra special strategic shenanigans on your partner or on your opponent. More dice, a couple packages of dice. They're unique to this game. Lots more bases. And under that is the terrain. I'm not going to do a lot of, not going to dwell a lot on the terrain. This comes with their large armored battle group sets, so you can get some terrain you can build right on the spot to go with your models, so you get everything all in one set. There's the tokens. As of the recent release of 4th edition Dystopian Wars, these tokens are now common to both systems. So that's useful because most people that play the naval version of Dystopian Wars will want to play this version, Armoured Clash, which is the land warfare element. Now, in here, we've got a lot of resin, and Warcradle is known for the quality of their resin models. If I can get into it. This would be their Valencia or Ghent land ship. So these are the scary big guys on the table. That's one side of it. I guess that's the top. This would be almost like a battleship that would, those are the sides. This would almost be like a battleship that drives across the table. And when they come out with these kits, there's always a lot of different ways you can design them. Now that one's got a little bit of damage, just missing the cannons on the turret, but that should be easy enough to fix. And you can usually get several different types of vehicle out of these. Now in the bottom of the box, usually their kits come in two different types of sprues. These would be, I would say, the heavy sprues, just judging by the fact that there's some various, that there's tank hulls on this. And this would likely be the light sprues because I see a lot of infantry on here. Very neat. We'll zoom in and take a little bit of a closer look and maybe do a little bit of a look at the various troop types. So on here, as far as I know, there's a couple basic types of infantry that you can get. There's the Ordnanza Militia, which are your light troops. They've got fairly mediocre stats, but they're just what you need to produce numbers. There's the Alpini Rangers. Those are your elite troops that are very adaptable, fight in open order. They're your skirmishers. There's the Globnata Snipers, which go on these minor small dirigibles, so they fly around over the battlefield sniping, and those can be set up as an automata too, if you want. There'll be French Legionnaires on there, so that's the elite troops of the faction. They're pretty cool. They don't have a their minimum range is equal to their maximum range on their profile, so they're better shooters than probably most other units in the whole game. And the Destreza Blade Striders, these are like large mechs with arms that are huge blades that are used for close combat. So that's pretty neat. I hardly wait to get to work painting those. So we have, on those sprues, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and I also noticed on here, it looks like they've got their War Dogs on here, which is a unit that's also kind of multifunction, but has some assault because they have some cybernetic doggies to unleash on their opponents. And there may be some, these small track sections, maybe, yes, I think they are Charette armored vehicles. So the Alliance doesn't have any super large tanks, or medium tanks, I should say, because their heavy piece is, in fact, a giant land ship. But they don't have any medium-sized tanks. They've just got small cavalry tanks there. This would be the sprue of the heavy parts, and I think the majority of it's probably taken up by these drop pods. So your specialty legionnaire infantry can come flying out of the sky to attack from a drop pod, which is awfully neat. Oh, looks like your legionnaires are on here. Your outriders are on here. These guys are flying very fragile but fast scout bikes or levitating speeder bikes, sort of Star Wars style, I guess. There's some priests on here because you can get morale bonuses with priests in the unit. And then you've got these large tanks, which are called Nevers artillery tanks, but they can also make the Avignon Mobile Chapel and a Corregidor heavy transport. So these guys have a lot of options for moving troops around the battlefield between the various transports and the drop pods. But myself, I'm really looking forward to building the artillery tanks because they've just got really huge cannons that seem to throw a lot of dice. They should be pretty scary on the board. And you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. All right. So that's the majority of the sprues in the set. I don't know a lot about how this faction will function yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Currently, I'm building a Covenant of the Enlightened and Imperium faction, which is a League of Mad Scientists and the Prussians. But after that's done, I'll be looking to maybe start on either the Alliance or the Commonwealth being Russia. All right, so the next thing in the box, or the last thing in the box, is the Malinois Interdictor. And the addition of aircraft's pretty new to Dystopian, or to Armoured Clash, I should say. But these are cool, and they're all, again, in this really excellent resin that they have, that they make at Warcradle. So there it is. And these don't include many parts. None of their aircraft ever do. There they are. And you can basically just paint and go with these. So that's all I had for today, was this quick look at what was in this really cool box that they sent over to me from Warcradle. And as always, I'm indebted to Warcradle for their support of the program. And boy, do they ever make some good products.
Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and consider joining my Patreon for awesome deals and perks, and support my channel while doing it. See you next time for more miniature gaming, painting, and diorama videos. But most importantly, until then, remember to keep building life in miniature.